Oh, I was walking around my local store searching for the 10 pence off Lenore when suddenly I bumped into this guy. On seeing who it was, I gave a cry.
Fucking hell. It's Fred Titmus.
Got another one.
Yeah, please.
Dragging my guitar around maternity ward, I was in search of the umbilical cord, but it was all in vain, so I jumped on a train, and when I reached my home, the kids were on the patio.
Looking quite upset, so I asked them what was wrong, and they said,
beware.
Yes. Welcome to the...
There's an Albert Hammond bootleg in the house.
Yes, I know. Very good.
In there.
Yes, stop. I wish I'd not suggested this. Welcome to the This Are Johnny Domino podcast, wherein I, Steve, and my brother Giles talk about songs from our musical past, present, and future.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
And it's very nice to be back. And what a lovely day it is to be recording a podcast in a darkened room.
Yep.
On the most beautiful Saturday afternoon in merry England.
But the whole thing about having the windows closed and being indoors on a hot summer's day, it's very similar to our musical bonding from our childhood days, where we both had hay fever and we would lock ourselves into the dining room in our parents' house, the coldest room in the house, listen to records and eat a frozen Capri Sun or Capri Sun.
Yeah, it's pale as newborn rabbits.
Yes.
With speckly skin, thick glasses.
Yes.
Trying to hide from any sign of sunlight coming through the window. Making little jokes about music, listening to Pixies albums on the wrong speed and things like that.
Yeah,
that's us.
Hey,
but now look at us. We're like butterflies. We've mutated into this.
We're back
indoors. Completely different.
Yes, of course.
Half man, half biscuit. I was thinking, like last episode, we were talking about miserable man syndrome.
Yeah,
which we can all relate to apparently.
Yeah,
and thinking about things to cheer ourselves up. And there's nothing more cheering to a miserable middle-aged man, I feel, than half man, half biscuit.
Well, that was why I suggested it. You were feeling quite miserable and feeling a bit poorly. And I said, when was the last time you listened to Back in the DHSS?
Yeah.
Because the night before I'd had it on and I was singing along to my little heart's content, laughing to all the jokes that I'd heard a million times before. And it did the job.
It does do the job. It did do the job. It's very good. It really made me happy. And I've listened to it quite a lot over the last few days.
Great.
And it's a great thing. The other thing that I really like doing is going onto the Half Man, Half Biscuit Lyrics Project website, which has got all of the lyrics on it, and then discussions about what the lyrics are about. Because when you're listening to Half Man, Half Biscuit, you have to have your phone in your hand, reminding yourself like what Fred Titmus looked like.
Yeah.
And Bob Todd. And various other random people.
Peggy Mount.
When that was
exactly. I laughed my head off.
Yeah.
But I think when we first heard the album, we had no idea who Fred Titmus was.
No, I didn't until about 10 minutes ago. He's a cricketer.
Yeah. I think I had Dad at the time.
Yeah. What other things that cheer you up, Steve? Because we had miserable music by women last time.
Yeah, well,
I think we should make a playlist of songs for miserable men.
Other things that cheer me up, I don't know. I caught the end of School of Rock the other day. That cheered me up immensely. School of Rock is a film that when you're watching it, you don't want it to end. You know what I mean? You know the end is coming.
Yeah.
You just kind of wish it went on indefinitely. It's just a beautiful thing. I only caught basically the Battle of the Bands, the final Battle of the Bands, and it was just amazing.
Yeah.
Loved it. Made me a bit emotional as well.
Older son was talking to me about Jack Black the other day. I haven't watched he was saying I should watch Pick of Destiny. I haven't seen that one. And he says I should watch a 1993 indie movie called Bongwater that Jack Black's in as well. But I haven't watched them yet, so maybe I'll watch them and talk about them next episode.
That'd be good.
That'd be good, wouldn't it? That's the research. What other thing have I done this week that's cheered me up? Beans on toast.
Great.
Beans on toast cheers me up. Marmite on the bread, cheese, bit of black pepper. You could have sausage and bacon on it if it's your birthday.
Oh,
it's good.
Brown sauce?
No.
Oh, man, all the time. Brown sauce.
Never. Got
to mix that shit up, man.
Yeah, all right. What are we going to do today on the podcast?
We'll probably talk for fecking hours, talking shy, and then we'll play some music.
Yeah? What else do you want to talk about?
Oh, I've got lots to talk about, but it's all in order. You know what I mean?
In order?
It's in order, really. It's in order.
All right. So this is... Go. Okay, so it's like jazz, right? Mm-hmm. We're going to improvise.
Yeah,
but there is a structure to it underlying.
There are several themes. You know what I mean? It's almost free jazz, but it's very similar to an album that I bought recently, Ornette Coleman. It's called Friends and Neighbours. It's a live in the room recording.
Yeah,
free jazz, but it's very soulful and kind of blues based.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of free playing, and Ornette Coleman is playing the violin. Don't know if he's ever seen a violin before. He's having a go, and it's great.
Right. Is that what this podcast is going to be like?
It's going to be free, but tethered slightly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we should have a first song for today.
Yes. And this is a song by the Johnny Domino Band from our 4-track recording days. It's a song called The Lie Dream of World Travel. I like this one because it was in the middle of quite a few acoustic songs, and we were just kind of going, let's do a song like this. Let's do a song like this. Why don't we do this?
Yeah.
And I like it.
I know. I really, really did practice my drumming for this one.
You did very, very well. But also, it's another example of the old distortion pedal that you used to have. That when you had the pedal on, but the volume on your guitar was down, it picked up European medium wave radio.
And they also said that if the government did not comply and if they tried to
you've got to follow that dream now. Don't go breaking your legs on the ground below.
Falling out of the bedroom window is just a hazard of following your dream.
So I set off with a song in my heart. Pretty soon the headphones are starting to hurt. I'm trying hard to get through. I'm trying hard to get through. It's springtime and I've been walking around in this void for too long. Here comes the cavalry, fashionably late. There's no money freedom, it's starting to grate. My face is cracked up and my eyes are hurting. This is world travel on a shoestring. November 30th, 1989. Hello Mum, how you doing? I'm turning into a cabbage.
And a lesser spotted Johnny Domino fade out.
Yeah, we don't often do those fade outs.
I wonder how long we went on for.
Oh, I don't know, man. Yeah, I was joking. It wasn't me drumming. Where was that drum sample from?
Right. The thing is, I don't know who it is either. I think I used to listen to Radio 1 a lot when I was doing, my GCSEs and things. And I must have kept it up into this period of our lives. And there used to be like a rock show. And I seem to remember the DJ, whoever it was, it might have been Fluff Freeman or Tommy Vance.
It wasn't Zane Lowe.
No, it wasn't. No. We're talking, this was recorded in about 1995, 1996. And they used to have like a massive mega mix of jingles and sound bites. It kind of went,
We who were once 2 hours are now forevermore 3 hours.
we salute you. And there was like just loads and loads and loads of jingles and bits. I just remember, just for some reason, I recorded that drum break. I've got no idea who it is. I think it sounds a bit like John Bonham, doesn't it?
I like the fact that we don't know who it is. That's cool.
Yeah.
So it's just off a jingle on the radio.
I think so. I mean, what I would like to do is I'd like to ask the listeners if they can identify it. They could let us know. I mean, it's a bit of it's a fucked up loop anyway, because I think I must have recorded it and then stopped recording it and recorded it. But it's weird.
There you go. It's a mystery.
I would love to know who it was.
So would I.
You know, that's you on the bass there.
Yeah.
I think I've got a photo of you playing that bass line.
Oh, there you go.
You're pulling your guitar face.
You definitely are the archivist of out of the two, aren't you?
Yeah, but you've got the archive. You know that, don't you?
Well, you think I have no idea where it is. You don't want to ever trust me with any stuff, man.
I know that, but we're
moving
no
fucking idea where it is. Anyway, moving on before you get pissed off. So, I don't know what that song was about. I liked it though, Steve. Yeah. I haven't heard it for a long time. I actually liked it a lot more than some of the stuff we've listened to that we did
more recently.
No, stuff that we've listened to on the podcast that I thought was like more our good songs.
Yeah.
I actually thought that was cool.
Yeah.
That would have been good to do live.
Yeah. I think I'm trying to do the rock guitar. It sounds a bit John Squire, like Second Coming, Stone Roses.
Yeah, a little bit.
I have very fond memories of recording it. I don't know what we were trying to do. But, you know, that's what I like. That's what I like about these 4-track recordings. We just faff about and just do something fun.
Yeah.
Having fun.
Absolutely. What do you think the lyrics are about, man?
I think it's about you going on holiday. I think it's about you. So this might not go in the podcast. I think it's about you going on holiday with a series of girlfriends. Yeah, I think it is. Just like traveling around with.
I don't think it is. I don't know. Maybe I think because you're my younger brother, you kind of looked up to me and thought I was cool and had lots of girlfriends. I didn't have loads of girlfriends.
I think you did have lots of girlfriends. I don't think I necessarily looked up to you.
You did look up to me. You did. You still do. But it's okay. I can handle that. A good level of adoration. But it was like, I think it was more. I don't know. I think the key line is, "Hello, Mom. How you doing? How you doing?
I'm turning into a cabbage.
I'm a cabbage or something."
Yeah.
I thought that was the key line, really.
Okay.
We'll leave it at that.
Maybe the listeners, if they can identify that drum break, can also tell us what they think this song's about.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Hi, I'm Giles and Stephen's mum, and I don't listen to their podcasts. I think they're very silly boys.
Steve.
Yes, mate.
I was talking to Preachy Preach about Kissy Kiss.
Oh, did he buy you a soda?
He bought me a soda.
What else did he try and do?
He bought me a soda. He tried to bless me in the parking lot.
Yes.
Yep. Question. Who is Carol? Who is Carol?
I know this is supposed to be a jazz podcast, but I'm struggling to keep up. Oh, it's a song for Carol. Fucking hell, man. Right, yeah. It's a song for Carol.
Yeah, we're talking about Bone Machine. For any children or idiots listening, we're talking about the Pixies' Bone Machine right now.
Yes.
For no reason. Who's Carol, Steve?
I'm back in that dining room. It's the summer of 1988, 89, and we're just listening to Bone Machine and listening to Surfer Rosa.
Yeah.
And I don't know. But, God bless them. Do you reckon Carol knows she's on that record? That'd be good, wouldn't it?
I don't know.
That'd be good.
But she's into Japanese fast food, and Charles has just dropped her off with a Japanese lover, and they're going to go to the beach all day. And she's pretty when she's unfaithful to him. It's an interesting lyric, isn't it, that one?
He used to just apparently he used to just make noises, playing the guitar, looking in the mirror.
Yeah.
And eventually they would just turn into words.
But I think that I know. Yeah. I know the story about that.
Yeah.
And I always thought he was just singing a load of nonsense. But actually, if I look at the lyrics to Bone Machine now, I can see a narrative thread there, man.
Mm.
It's about having a girlfriend who's like cheating on you, and how your relationship with them is rice and beans and horse's lard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's like automatic writing, though, isn't it? You know what I mean? The truth will come out.
The truth will come out. And that's a bit like what's going on in this podcast, isn't it, really? Let's face it.
It is a bit.
Yeah. The truth is coming out. You been up to anything recently?
Oh, well, you know what? I've been to some gigs.
Jesus, have you?
I've been to some gigs. Well, been to is possibly stretching it for the first one. I purchased a ticket for a live stream of Otoboki Beaver live in Japan on the 17th of April. And it started about 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And it was the last gig with their drummer, Kaho Kiss. And she's left the band because she's recently had a baby.
Oh,
and they played for let's think about how short Otoboki Beaver songs are, right?
They're short.
They're really short. They played for about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Jesus, that's a lot of songs.
Man, they were fucking great.
And they're pretty intense songs as well, aren't they?
It was so good.
They're an amazing band.
Yeah, so it was well worth it. That was a gig that I saw.
Yeah.
And then with my daughter and some of her friends, I went to an emo night in Derby.
Did you?
Went to an emo night. 4 emo bands playing at Dubrek in Derby. First time I've been to a gig at Dubrek. And it was good. Obviously not my thing.
What bands?
Okay, right.
Give us the lowdown on the bands.
All right, you've got Fist Pump.
Yeah.
Now, the lead singer was wearing a rugby shirt, right?
Yeah.
Not exactly emo.
Not emo, is it?
And the bass player, he had a 6-string bass which looked like an ironing board.
Yeah.
And he was very, very smiley.
Right.
I mean, he was smiling all the way through the set.
Okay.
While they're like two vocalists, I think, in that band, just screaming their heads off.
Wow.
You know, I mean, they were all very similar, very screamy, tricksy structures, amazing drummers. All 4 bands, incredible drummers. Anyway, then there was a band called Sinker. They were a bit more relentless. There was a lot of screaming in them. The other thing that they all did, played lots of film clips in between songs, like bits of film dialogue, which you couldn't actually hear properly. So that was a bit weird. You couldn't actually tell what these quotes were saying. Yeah, Sinker, they were a bit relentlessly screamy. Then there's a band called Mesa Verde. The lead singer was non-binary. They had a female bass player who sang and a female guitarist. And they just had a completely different energy. I mean, I don't think it's necessarily because the mix of genders in the band. The rest of them were all just like boys screaming and stuff. But they were a lot more interesting. You know, not just in a kind of patronizing visual sort of way. Just musically more interesting. And then the last band, it was a band called Porcelain Girl, and it was the launch for their single. Weirdly, it was a single, but there were no physical copies of the single. That's just the world we live in these days, I guess. And they were very screamy, very loud, blah, blah, blah. And then in the middle of the set, they hit a bit of a lull and they did loads of ballads. And they reminded me of nothing so much as the band, weirdly from School of Rock, No Vacancy. You know, the band who did the song like Forever.
The ones who win the Battle of the Bands.
They did, and the crowd go mental. Yeah. I mean, they weren't dressed like that. There wasn't a guy who had just had like shoulders, sleeves.
But the song was a bit like that.
Yeah, it really reminded me of them. But yeah, it was a good night. And
that sounds good.
Yeah, and our daughter and her mates were down in the pit, which was a bit heart-stopping at times.
Yeah.
But they had a great time.
Lovely.
And my daughter was wearing my Meat Puppets T-shirt.
There you go. That would have confused people.
Which I was very pleased with. It was a nice choice for her to make.
Turkish delight, full of Eastern promise.
Oh, what an evocative sound.
What, the synthesized panpipe? Beautiful.
It is, isn't it?
Mm.
I like a bit of panpipe, actually. In that, I liked it a lot. Took me right back, that did.
It's a really weird advert when you see the visuals. You know, there's a woman lying down with her head on the sand, and this guy, I mean, you know, they're clearly both white. You know, he's got this massive sword.
They're not of Turkish heritage.
Oh, good Lord, no. And you just imagine that he's going to lop her head off. But no, he chops into a bar of Fry's Turkish Delight.
Oh, yes, I remember. There's an element of jeopardy in the advert because she's lying on the ground.
Yeah.
He's standing above her. He pulls out this big scimitar.
Yep.
And then he brings it down and he doesn't chop her. It's like, is he going to chop her in half?
Yeah.
Bloody hell, that's a bit weird, actually.
He chops his chocolate in half. And it looks actually like it could be really delicious. But then you remember that Turkish Delight tasted like shite.
It tastes like perfume, didn't it?
Awful. Like one of those horrible fucking Parma violets.
Not nice.
Awful. Nice. Flowers in chocolate. No.
Hello. This is Turkey Paul, and I love listening to the This Are Johnny Domino podcast. Bence dünyanın en güzel podcastlarından birisi.
On the 90s Derby scene, I just want to be seen. On the 90s Derby scene, where have you been? On the 90s Derby scene, I just want to be seen. What musical cuisine Stephen Giles are going to serve today?
Going back to the previous episode, when we talked about a Derby band called the Super Creeps, and we could not get hold of any of their music. Now, I got in touch with Emma from Super Creeps through LinkedIn, which is the most boring social network, but I got in touch with her through that and asked if she got any tapes. And now this makes me feel a little bit sick. They had no tapes.
Wow.
They have no music that they created, which as a hoarder, as the keeper of the keys, the keeper of the archive, makes me feel a little bit sick. So they haven't got any music.
Wow.
So, you know, this was just after we had recorded our episode. And if you remember, we recorded our interpretation of the Super Creeps from our fading old man memories. And speaking of fading old man memories, Old Man Elston has provided us with another interpretation of the Super Creeps.
Oh, well, that's nice.
This is a song I made 2 months ago. It has no words. I had no words. It's got a stylophone on it. That's right, a stylophone on it. I think it's broken. this super creepy. Super creepy. Yeah.
Now, there's a number of things that I like about that.
Yeah.
I like the fact that he's narrating the process of making the song there, talking
Beautiful.
about his styrofoam being broken.
Yeah,
Is it
styrofoam.
Styrofoam.
It's not made of styrofoam.
No, it's broken anyway.
Yeah.
I like the way he kind of goes a bit like
Meta, talking about the genre.
Yes, I like that. That wasn't what I was going to say. I like the way he goes into his Sisters of Mercy voice at the end as well. That was quite good.
Yeah. Weird vocal effect. I like that a lot.
Yeah. Well done, Marco.
Well done, Elston.
I think you should do some more stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying the Super Creeps revival. And we have now got a blank canvas here because nobody has any recordings of this lost Derby band. So if anybody wants to create some more Super Creeps trip-hop noir music, please do go ahead. And maybe we can get together, an album's worth. That would be kind of amazing.
Like Super Creeps.
That would be kind of amazing.
Oh, a tribute album. Nice. I like that.
That would work, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's about as popular as anything we ever do on the podcast.
We ever do, yeah, exactly. So, yeah, but Marco, he's been a very busy man, hasn't he, recently?
He's
done a lot more than we have recently, that's for sure. Yeah. We've not been doing much. No. But he had some success because in the PRF monthly tribute series that we've not talked about for a while on the podcast, but we did go through a phase of being a bit obsessed with it, if you remember, a little while back, because Steve was very, very obsessed with trying to win.
It's weird. Our interest in it has kind of waned somewhat since we won.
Since we did win.
We should probably explain.
Eurythmics month.
Yeah, we should probably say the PRF tribute is an artist is named at the start of the month, and people from around the world who are based around a Facebook group, they submit their versions of songs either by that artist or about that artist or kind of linked in some way.
Yeah, to make an album.
At the end of the month, someone has voted the winner and they choose the next month's artist.
Yeah.
Last month was Nico Case.
Yeah. And it was a longer album than I thought it was going to be because I didn't think many people were doing that one. But loads of people submitted stuff in the end.
Yeah, it was mad.
Yeah. But Marco won, didn't he?
He did, with his daughter, Martha. Yeah. And it is genuinely a really great song.
You know, whenever we talk about Mark on the podcast, I do tend to have a slightly sarcastic tone in my voice sometimes. I don't know where it comes from. I've got a lot of love for the guy. A lot of love for the guy.
He knows that in the band, Johnny Domino, he was the drummer.
Yeah.
He took the role of the drummer.
Yeah.
And even when we had a drummer, Marco was still the drummer.
Yeah.
And I think he showed admirable restraint and patience over the years. Putting up with us being proper snarky and wankers. And
fucking hell. All right. Okay. Anyway, listen, stop it. I'm going to start being mean about him now if we carry on.
Okay, let's do it.
I enjoyed this one very much though, Mark. It's very good. It's a really excellent little record. I wanted it to go on for longer, to be honest. That's my only criticism. And Martha got a bloody great voice.
Beautiful.
So do some more singing, please.
This machine burning the ones we make obscene. Well, if your mercy's lost, I have enough for us. Latin words across my heart, symbols of infinity, elements so pure, atomic number. Latin words across my heart, symbols of infinity, elements so pure, atomic number. My atomic number. My atomic number.
It's too short.
It is too
Too
short.
short, man. I need more of that.
Have you heard the original? I've not been intrigued enough to listen to the original because I just think
You've
that's
not
great.
been intrigued enough.
No, because I just think
I
that's
like that
perfect.
phrase. I like that phrase. Yeah, I have heard the original. It's a bit longer.
Yeah. I had a message from Marco about this recording. He says, da, 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 da. It took an hour when she got in from sixth form. I think he'd heard her playing that song and realised that it was a Nico Case song. And he said, she is giddy with delight, but you wouldn't know it. Classic teenager.
Well, yeah. Aren't they all? Yeah.
But well done, Marco and Martha. Beautiful.
Martha.
Or Marthco.
We're making a podcast in the face of certain doom. This our Johnny Domino. We're brothers, we wear glasses. We've got medical conditions. We've both been alive for a while. We're making a podcast in the face of certain doom. It's time for this our Johnny Domino.
Oh, something like that, anyway.
So what have you been doing recently?
Not very much, to be honest. But last night I went to a local little cinema and watched an independent documentary called Free Party, A Folk History.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I want to see that.
2023 film. And it chronicles the UK's early 90s free rave scene. And it was good, actually. I enjoyed it a lot. There was a lot of really cool footage of people dancing like crazy in fields and pulling those classic rave faces.
Beautiful.
Which I love watching that stuff.
Yeah.
Because along with recording obscure bedroom 4-track music with my brother, I did actually dabble a little bit in the old rave scene back in the 90s, as you could probably tell from the state of my brain.
Yes.
And it did take me back.
Oh.
It did take me back. It's quite an enjoyable documentary, and it's got lots of people talking about their memories, and it really is comprehensive in its overview, going right from the very beginning with organizations like DIY and Spiral Tribe and Circus Warp, all kind of giving their perspectives on the whole scene. I didn't really go to any of those kind of like free parties, but I was kind of like in that periphery when all of that stuff started kicking off, really. And did organise some parties with some friends. Always ended up getting ripped off by gangsters and having things closed down. But it was fun for a while. The thing about the film I thought was quite telling was that it went on for quite a long time.
Yeah,
it's an hour and 45 minutes, and it could have made a really good like hour-long film, really, which I thought was, fairly typical of the people who lived that life, really, because they like the parties to go on for days, right? They didn't know when to stop.
No.
Who needs a party that goes on for 4 days?
Fucking hell. Can you imagine going to a party that goes on 4 days now?
I don't want to go to a party I don't want to go to a rave that goes on until 6 o'clock in the morning, right?
No.
And, these people are maximalists, right? They like everything to be big. It was good social history. And it was at a time when there was no mobile phones, and it takes you back. All of the footage was filmed on those, obviously on little VHS cameras and stuff, things like that. And it was everything was simpler, much simpler then in a way.
My brother-in-law used to organise free parties, don't you?
Yeah. And people used to do stuff like that. And I was thinking, what do people do now? You know, nobody organises shit like that now, do they?
No. Too busy working.
Too busy like influencing each other on the internet.
Yeah.
You know, get out there in the field.
Get out there in the field and put a party on.
Organise some stuff. I promise I won't go there. You can keep it for like young people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You don't want 50-year-olds turning up there.
No.
I mean, I was watching the other thing I thought, final thing about it.
Go on.
You might have to edit this. The final thing about it was watching all these young people dancing in the field, and it really, and the visuals really took me back to the times that I had. And I really enjoyed that. But then seeing the people talking about it, you know, who are now kind of like, however many years later it is, like, is it 40 years or 30 years? Jesus, I don't know. A lot of years later. And I don't want to think about them like that. I want to still see them in the field as they were, you know. Yeah. So, and the people in the audience.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
They'd all seen things.
I wasn't sure about the Johnny Domino podcast, but I gave it a chance, and now I think I love it.
Speaking of old people who've seen too much, we've had a new song from Simon Richardson, Gatemouth.
We have from the Tidmouth Sheds.
Yes.
And the Tidmouth Sheds have started doing some recording and some sessions in the kitchen as a band. I've really enjoyed this, and we're going to play some of the songs from this session over the next few episodes, I think. And when I first heard it, it took me a little while to get into it because it's very folky.
Yeah.
It's got a lovely bit of cello on there. You know, on BBC 4 when they have those sessions of
yeah.
You know, the sort of like the sessions of like people, I can't remember what it's called, but like kind of
the transatlantic sessions.
The transatlantic sessions. It's a bit like the transatlantic sessions, but the people in it have done a few things, shall we say.
Does do still test me on thy lips? Does do remember how I felt atween thy fingertips? Tell me on thy soul that I lay the line, 'cause all do left for me was a stain on my heart. And does you still wish for something you can forget? Something to keep still, never have to regret. Oh, this says that words are hard, but they're all I got. And all that's left is bright spin and whatever's left. Do follow the one and I'll follow the wind. And there's the question which still remains. but I'm still taking it deep. It's just the way it is, and the way it has to be.
Coming from a kitchen just on the outskirts of Glasgow, that is the Tidmouth Sheds. And Simon wrote and he said, it's hard to say exactly what Innes is singing, as he's singing in his Fair Isle accent, which is quite hard to decipher. But he thinks it's almost kind of a love song to tobacco that kind of turns up to being a song about a person or vice versa. So there you go. But yeah, they're an interesting lot, and they've got, I think, 3 or 4 different songwriters in the band, and they're all kind of like working together and trying to make something that includes all of their stuff. So it's pretty cool. So I think we'll play some more of their stuff in the coming episodes. What did you think?
What did I think? It pissed me off, right? It pissed me off because the first time I listened to it, it genuinely left me breathless. And I was pissed off because last episode we were listening to Stars on the Water and that gave me chills.
Yeah.
And this is another one. And I want our fucking mates to stop being so good at making music. Because
why?
I just thought it was amazing.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it, man.
That song, I was listening to it. I was listening to it in the kitchen. I was doing the pots, right? And I was absolutely breathless.
It's beautiful.
And the first time I listened to it, I just thought it was incredible. And I do not want them to re-record it.
You don't?
That's perfect.
It is lovely.
It's a perfect recording. You know what I mean? I want other people to hear it. I want to send it to like Gideon Coe, or you know what I mean? Or Mark Radcliffe. You know, I think it's an absolutely incredible song.
People need to hear that shit.
I wish I could go back to the first time I heard it, because you know what I mean? The first time I heard it, I thought, fucking, this is just, it blew my mind.
Well, I'm loving the fact that you had such a strong reaction to it, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. I think they're definitely sticking with the folk, mildly psychedelic kind of thing, he says in his message to me, because they can't be asked with drummers anymore. But they're thinking about maybe including some congas at a later date. I don't know. We'll see what they do. You don't like the idea? Bongos. I could go up there and play bongos for them.
Oh, Jesus, yeah, because you're so good at the bongos. No, fuck, no. Simon, please, if you're listening to this, Simon, don't re-record that song. It's perfect.
All right,
it's
there you go.
Perfect recording.
Yeah.
Beautiful. The levels are perfect. The first time I heard it, I mean, listening to it then on headphones, I was picking up more of the words. But the first time I heard it, I did not know what language he was singing in. And it just hit me.
Yeah, there you go.
It absolutely, you know what I mean? It hit me in the solar plexus.
It hit you hard.
It hit me hard.
Yeah.
So yeah, please don't do that.
The This Our Johnny Domino podcast. It's got bongos.
You know, I think Jim Morrison possibly knew what it was like to be a secondary school teacher in 2026 when he wrote the words, "Lost in a Roman wilderness of pain, and all the children are insane, waiting for the summer rain."
He was all about the rhyming dictionary, wasn't he, Big Jim?
Yeah. I've got a poem.
Oh, good. Let's have it.
Because we have to.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to put these together into some sort of book fairly soon, which will be more like a pamphlet, which I'll send to people, you know, whether they want it or not. Yeah, I've been working on a sequence of poems about the days of the week. I woke up on Monday and I decided I didn't want to go to work. So I got in my car and I drove south until I came to the water, where I caught a ferry. On the other side, I drove for another day and a half until I got to a tiny fishing village, where I found a small room overlooking the sea, where I wrote poems and drew pictures while drinking cheap wine and eating mackerel and oysters, until I remembered that I am alive. for only the shortest of times. And then I went back to work.
So it's going well, yeah?
Yeah, shit. It's a job, isn't it, man?
Yeah, man.
You got to work. Or
Yeah.
do you? Maybe we could just... How can we make the podcast pay? Jesus.
It's weird that you said that about work, because I remember it was like one morning, like the other week, I thought, I don't know why, I just thought, is this really the best idea that humanity's had? You know what I mean? It's sort of like you give up your hours to do a job. In the old days, you get paid in a special kind of metal, which has been sort of like knocked so it has some value, like a monetary value, but it's completely arbitrary. And then it's like special paper. Now I haven't even got the special paper. It's just numbers on a computer screen or on your phone saying, this is what you're worth.
Yeah.
And it's like, is this really the best we've got?
Dude, this is the sort of conversation people were having back in these free parties.
Yeah.
And we're still having it, right? And it's like, I think we've been, somewhere along the line, we've been tricked here.
Been sold a pup.
We have. There's got to be another way of doing stuff, surely, right?
We'd have thought so. We think we're so fucking clever, but this is the best we've got.
Look out the window. Just move your blind to the side for a minute.
Yeah.
It's lovely out there.
Not bad, is it?
There's like nice clouds in the sky. There's a bit of wind moving the trees. There's a bird in the sky there that I can see there.
Beautiful.
You're like a gigantic crow.
What's going on? None of your business. Rack off.
Here's another song by Johnny Domino. It's a very, very short song. You see, this is the thing that pissed me off about that Tidmouth Shed song, is like, I always wanted to write music that sort of hit people emotionally, but all the stuff that I made was kind of either not silly, but trying on different hats and stuff. And this is another hat that we're trying on.
Yeah, well, Steve, you can still make music, man. You're talking about like all the music I made, right?
Yes.
You can still make music, right? Simon is older than you. Tidmouth Shed's older than you, right? And they're making the music that you think sounds amazing, right?
Yes.
Stop talking about like, the music that I made. Make some fucking music, man. You can make some music.
Okay.
Anyway, this is something that we made a while back, and it's pretty good. And it's called
Mouse Attack.
So you're looking at me like my body doesn't fit. I'm a lost disciple, a chain gang member. And you asked me to if I remember the good times that I watched you have, and have I still got your autograph? Well, I've been waiting a long time, and now my time has come. Now you're on your knees, now you're on your knees. You want my cheese, you want my cheese. You've got no effect on me. You've got no effect on me. You have no effect on me. No effect on me. The smell of success, the smell of money, the smell of a land of milk and honey. I'm right where I have planned to be. Oh, country road, take me home to the place that I belong. No effect like irony on Ricky Lake, no effect like Bon Jovi. You have no effect on me, fake and virtual ecstasy. It has no effect on me, no effect on me. Mouse attack.
I think that was fucking great. There you go. Don't need to say any more about it. It was fucking great. And that was us.
I've got a question for you. What's your problem with Ricky Lake?
I don't know. I had a bit of a crush on Ricky Lake, to
Tell me
be
about
fair.
it.
But
Tell me about
irony on Ricky Lake, I
Yes.
suppose. Made those lyrics up like in 3 minutes.
Well, I think it was officially a Jimmy Dorito song.
Yeah.
So that was the thing where we just write some music. But I think I must have written that music in advance because there's quite a lot going on.
Yeah. This episode, we've featured 2 old Johnny Domino songs that in an alternate universe should have been songs that we played live.
Yeah.
And probably people would have kind of quite liked. But they weren't. They were just songs that we just made up on the 4-track. Anyway, there you go. Look, here's a challenge for you, right? I want you to, I'm going to sing something.
Yeah.
Right. And then when you're editing the podcast, I want you to put some music behind it.
Okay.
You ready? This is going to be a new jingle.
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah, go for it.
So I'm looking forward to the beautiful sounds that you're going to put behind it.
Okay.
It's a time capsule of Generation X attitude. It's a documentary on brotherly discord. It's the key to understanding and creativity. It's the This RJOHNNYDOMINOP podcast. I really like the music you put behind that. That was cool, man.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That's quite the challenge.
Here we are.
Yes.
At the cusp of the end of another podcast. It's been a journey. I think we're all a bit wiser.
I think so.
And I think we've all grown a little in some ways after this episode. I've been educating myself some more.
Oh, yeah.
You know, remember last episode I was talking about the BBC podcast about indie sleaze.
Oh, yeah.
How it's educating me. And just so that the listeners don't have to, I've been educating myself about bands that I knew nothing about. Like the one this week in this feature is The Courtineers.
Is that how you say it?
The Courtineers. The Courtineers are a band that were started in 2008, British band, and they are a band that I completely missed the relevance of. But I've just started listening to them, and the key text of The Courtineers is a song called Not 19 Forever, which sounds, so you don't have to listen to it, listeners, a bit like The Wedding Present, but not as good. And the lyrics are kind of like Old Man by Neil Young, but about an older woman.
Oh. I think they're called the Courtineers.
Courtineers.
The Courtineers.
I call them the Courtineers.
Oh, that's nice. That's lovely. But I think it's definitely the Courtineers.
Yeah. Anyway, she had to peel me off the pavement, trying to insinuate sometimes I'm in danger of going too far. So she said, I would like to go for tea and toast.
Oh, God.
Get your hand off my thigh. In the car, she turned to me and said, you're not 19 forever. Pull yourself together.
It's very of its moment, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So there you go. You don't have to listen to that anymore.
Good.
The Courtineers.
Courtineers. You twat. Oh, it is.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll do another band next month. Just to finish off the podcast, let's revisit some old features.
Whoa, yes. I was doing it. I was waiting for a moment to interrupt you.
Yeah, no, let's revisit some old features.
Yes.
Shall we do why the song I Love LA by Randy Newman is the best song ever? Should we do that one?
No,
because that was a good feature.
It was a good feature, but
it still is the best song ever.
Really?
Should we do songs that sound like Ween but aren't Ween?
Well, that's what I've got planned, because it's not just a song; it's an artist that sounds like Ween.
Okay.
And it's coming from like quite a weird parallel universe.
Yeah.
You're aware of the television program Stranger Things, aren't you, Giles?
I have. Yeah.
You're aware.
I've watched some of it.
Yeah.
I've watched some of it.
Well, Steve the Hare Harrington
is
played by a man called Joe Keery.
Yeah, he's got a band.
It's basically him. Like, a lot of it is just him. He plays all the instruments. He's one of those sickeningly talented people who can act. It makes interesting choices about films as well. We'll talk about those maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got 4 albums out currently. My daughter really likes his stuff, so I've heard a lot of it. But I'm going to play you a little bit of a montage of some of his songs. And
yeah,
you will hear...
Saying it sounds a little bit like the band Ween.
I'm pretty sure you hear the Ween. It's not necessarily pure guava. I think it's probably White Pepper era or Quebec, that kind of thing. Okay. But just see what you think. Now that's a song
called Beato, that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a song called Tentpole Shangri-La.
Wow.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's my new. Oh, wow, there's more.
This one sounds like Dennis Wilson.
Every night when I lay my head, I cannot dream. This one's not for me. I'm staying up in an empty bed. My mind goes to you. Chase away the blue. It's over. It's over when it's done.
Wow.
Now, this one is possibly the most Ween-like. Stay with it.
Okay, I get it.
You know what I mean? It's mad, isn't it?
All right. So what's the name of this artist again?
He goes by the name of Joe, which is spelled D-J-O, and it's Joe Keery from Stranger Things.
Genuinely, Steve.
Yeah.
Revelatory, that was. That's possibly my new favourite artist that sounds a bit like Ween.
Explore, by all means, because
definitely.
Like I say, my daughter's obsessed. She's got a good taste.
Yeah,
and I was a little bit suspicious at first because you think just some actor dude who wants to be a musician, but he's got the chops.
Yeah, very good. Anyway, that's about us done for today.
I think it is.
We're going to do some more music soon, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
We're going to record something this month, aren't we?
Yes, we are. What?
Yeah.
For the PRF? I think we are.
Yeah, but just it will be ostensibly for the PRF monthly tribute series, but I think it will be part of the Johnny Domino canon.
Absolutely. It's all canon.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
Next episode, I will be a married man.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's happening.
Exciting.
Yeah, very.
Exciting times.
Very. So I'll see you at the wedding, hopefully.
Are you talking to me or the listeners?
No, not the listeners. I'll see you, Steve. I'm talking to you.
Okay. I thought you were just inviting everybody that listens to the podcast.
So thanks for listening. And if you're a newish listener to the podcast, then do us a favour, do us a solid, and tell at least one other person that you think might like it about our podcast, because we don't do a lot of social media. We don't do a lot of promotion, and probably the best way of promoting the podcast is through word of mouth. So if you can do that for us, that'd be amazing. If you want to get involved, send us some stuff or just write to us and get involved. It's this is our podcast, but it's all of our podcast. Let's go.
Please do like and subscribe to our podcast and recommend it to someone who you think might like listening to all this kind of weird shit. Send us some of your old music and enter the eternal halls of the 4-track gods.
It has no effect on me.